Today on The Occult Detective, it's Horror Mayhem. And we're going to talk about the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. So this was the second Grady Hendrix book I've read. The first was How to Sell a Haunted House, which I did not love. I liked it okay, but had a little bit too much humor for my taste, so I had decided at that time that I probably wouldn't be reading any more Hendrix, but I happened upon the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires in a little free library. So it was in near perfect shape, so I picked it up. And I'm glad I did. It was a much better book than the previous that I'd read. It's certainly a page turner, about 400 pages, give or take. And I wish I'd have known when I started reading it that there were appendices in the back that kind of like little additional material, like the book club's reading list and letters and what have you. There's a map of the little old village that they all live in. But discovering it at the end of the book was kind of fun. As far as the book itself, characters were strong. It definitely taps into that nostalgia of the late 80s, early 90s. He definitely did a good job of capturing the feel of those eras. The books that they were reading were all touchstones for me. I mean, even the ones I hadn't read, they certainly were a part of pop culture at the time. Being a northern-born Southerner, yes, that's a thing. My parents were both from Arkansas. The southernness of the book felt very authentic. The interactions between all the different characters, between the white community and black community, all felt very authentic. As a horror novel, this really worked. There were moments in this that were genuinely, I'm not going to say terrifying, because I wasn't actually scared while reading it, but there were certainly moments that had you on edge. In particular, I'm thinking of the rat scene. I'm not overly fond of rodents anyway, so that was a very, very tense. I liked the pacing of the book. Like I said, I liked the characters. I disliked almost everyone, but sometimes that really works, and it did in this instance. Just seeing people make just terrible mistakes, time and time again, it felt very real, because that's the way people act. It was humorous at times, not as heavily so as the How to Sell a Haunted House book, and that worked for me. The villain in the book really worked because he was very, very charming. The way he was able to integrate himself into the society. the villain of the piece, by integrating himself into the lives of the husbands to control the wives, felt very 80s, right? All in all, I really enjoyed the book. I know it doesn't quite fit the criteria for Horror Mayhem, where you're supposed to read kind of shorter books, but it certainly was a fun read, and I'm glad I did it. And next up, I'll be reading some Stephen Blackmore and some Stephen King. So, A Tale of Two Steves coming up. So, all right, that's all I have for you today. Have a good rest of your week, and we'll talk again soon.